でも甘いもの続きだったからその後食べたお弁当のガレットの方が美味
This
しかったね。
girl's walking diabetes.
そのまま学食で買ったおうどんも美味しかったわ。締めをラーメンにしたのは失敗ね。麺と麺になって。
Dang, fat ass. What's going on YouTube? My name is VitaminDStain and welcome back to some Kinkoi episode number 3. If you're not seeing the second episode, go ahead and watch. It's going to be on your right hand corner, my left hand corner. For some reason I always forget. I am so sorry. About Cafe Stella, in case you are wondering. In case. I said in case, alright. In case you were wondering of Cafe Stella, I haven't played it because I just kind of made up my mind in my head that I'm gonna take a little break because I've been consistent with the Cafe Stella for the most part. If anything, I've only been, I only missed it twice, my weekly upload for it. But I decided I'm gonna take a break and focus a little more on Kinkoi for now. Don't worry, Cafe Stella, we're gonna finish it for sure, but Cafe Stella is super long. I'm not sure if Kinkoi is as long or longer or shorter, but I think Cafe Stella is longer than Kinkoi, and that's a big deal. And also, before we get started, if you do enjoy this video, consider subscribing if you have not, and hitting that like for your boy, because it does help me out a lot. And share this video with your homies. Anyways, without further ado, let's get straight into this video. Oh, one more thing. If you have any game recommendations, let me know. Yes, a little recap. So last episode, this girl was going through her crap, and she found the magazine with dry baby batter. And it was extra crispy and disgusting. Anyways, yeah, that's what happened. Shut up! Rena continued to rustle her way through the boxes. Oh well, it had been pretty entertaining to watch, so I guess it was okay. With that, Rena's eyes changed color. What the heck is that? The next thing Rena smugly took out was a tiny case. It was a small, palm-sized box, but it was a beautiful item lined with felt. She could probably guess what was inside alone. Yeah. Oh, don't be too rough with it. That's... She opened it as enthusiastically as she could. But... Idiot. She'd whipped back the cover with all her might. Don't move. That's his new name now. His name is Bitty Boy or Booby Boy. Each work. Both work. I cried out to Reina a little louder than I probably should have. Yeah, you finally realize you're being an idiot. Like I said, don't move. You either, Kikuchiyo. Let's see. Alright, that's 2. You can move now, Kikuchiyo. You can go back to your porno mag, too. Her opening the box so quickly had caused its content to spill out, and I went to pick them up. What the heck did it spill? They were paper, so air pressure would send them flying if opened carelessly. Yeah. They were silver Loveriche emblems that came with chocolate bolos. I only have 2, so don't be rough with them. It'd be awful if they got lost. I put them back into the boxes I used. I put them back into the box I used as a container. Well, yeah, it might be a little too stylish for a candy prize holder. No, I found one someone dropped, so I went ahead and used it. It's not trash, but I guess you're not wrong. It had 10 years worth of sentimental value attached to it. Jeez. Me either. I had looked into it, but it seemed to be a manufacturer that went under over 30 years ago. Oh my god. Hold on, rings. No, it wasn't. I think. I don't fully remember, but I just gave it to someone. It's Big Booby Ella. L. Why do I keep saying Ella? I'm sorry. You know what? For the sake of me being an idiot, we're gonna keep saying Ella. Okay? I know it's L. I know. I don't care.
お待たせ。
シルビー様。
ちょっと遅れちゃったわね。美味しいメロンパンがたくさんあったから。
Fat at that was about to cuss like that? Think again.
そんなに食べたのですか？夕飯が食べられないのでは？
食べられるわ。
愚問でした。申し訳ありません。従者の私の送り迎えにシルビー様に遠回りしてもらうなど。
Ella, stop taking your job so serious. Jesus Christ.
いいのよ。ここからうちの別荘じゃ車がないとさすがに遠いでしょ。それに私、夜のドライブは好きだわ。
Nighttime drives hit different. You ever like smoke some grass and go on nightly drives? Me neither.
特にこの街の湖畔は夜景がすごく綺麗だし。
Driving under the influence is really dangerous. Don't do that.
ですね。輝ける永遠。なんて表現にも負けないくらい綺麗な夜景です。
10年前から変わらない。初恋のあの人にも会えたらよかったのに。
Oh, so you're telling me we're not your first? Alright. Dang. Alright. And this whole time I thought she liked me. Alright. Dang. I heard it.
金色ラブリッチェ。
On my first night away from home, the simultaneous excitement and uneasiness I felt, similar to being at a destination hotel, made it incredibly difficult to sleep. It was my first night here, so that was to be expected. The Noble Academy dorms were off the shores of Hamamatsu Lake. Considering how huge of a lake it was, I could hear the waves lapping against the shore from nearby. It was a strange feeling. No, wait. It was my first time sleeping in this bed and dorm room, but it wasn't my first time sleeping here. Huh? It was along the shore of the Hamamatsu Lake. Hamamatsu. Interesting. Back then, wasn't the whole area a campsite? I recalled coming here over summer break. The open field by the shore was spacious enough for setting up tents and made it for the perfect place for kids to run around in. I remembered coming here as part of the neighborhood association's camping event. Also, we're reminiscing. It was an empty space that made for a great playground for kids, so we would run around, cut loose, and play. Once we wore ourselves out, we'd lay down and fall asleep. I need to go back to slow. I cannot read. How am I about to do a visual novel and not be able to read? I'm so sorry. You guys deserve so much better. Sometimes we would go behind adults' backs and hide until nightfall. Wouldn't it be awesome if we could stay here together till morning?
Hi.
Who is she? It's dark out. Are you scared?
ないです。全然怖くない。だってこんなにもキラキラしてます。お空がこんなに金色に。
We were sprawled out in an open field looking up at the night sky, so of course we'd nod off in no time. We got an earful every time the adults came looking for us. But that never stopped me. Getting to be with that girl made me so very, very happy. Just simp. Just getting to be with her.
ねえ、イチ。
Because I knew it wouldn't last forever. Dang.
私たちみんな
I knew someday.
ずっと友達。
Dang! You got friend zoned. That sucks. We've all been there. Just me? Alright. I would eventually have to say goodbye to her. Dang, dude, that really does suck. How do you even read that? I woke up. The unfamiliar bed and ceiling hovering overhead confused me, but I quickly recalled that I had moved. Waking up wasn't so bad. Waking up at an unfamiliar ceiling and bed is one of the most weirdest places ever. It has me tripping balls. Like, so bad. I'm like, where the freak am I? Although I left my parents' place in a hurry, there didn't seem to be any major problems. But I checked the clock. 6 a.m. Still early. I usually sleep in until 8:10 a.m. Spend the next 15 minutes running to school and get there by the morning bell at 8:30 a.m. Waking up 2 hours earlier was a rare occurrence for me. At Noble Academy, I believe we were officially late past 8:45 a.m. The dorm was only 5 minutes away from campus, so I could sleep until 8:35 at the latest. Maybe I should go back to sleep? Or so I thought. I'll be like, shut the freak up, I'm trying to sleep. It sounded like the noise outside was what had woken me up. I peeked through the gap in the curtain and found big black women. BBW. No? Alright. Around 30 women were standing in a row and doing calisthenics. Now it made sense. They did Now it made sense. They did radio calisthenics at 6 a.m. I thought only elementary schoolers on summer break and middle-aged men in corporate jobs did these, but I guess rich girls did too. Reina and Jogasaki were noticeably missing from the lineup, though. Still. This was pretty nice. A bunch of refined ladies doing calisthenics. Bro, leave. Freaking weirdo. Young women moving their bodies with their back hair with their black hair swaying in the gentle breeze. Why are we looking at their back hair? Their invigorating exercise made the morning air feel all the more refreshing. Considering they were exercising right in front of my bedroom, this would likely be an everyday occurrence. That was nice in its own way. Wait, did I sound like a pervy old man? Yes, you did. And then... Rip. Oh. They noticed me. Crap. By the time I realized, it was already too late. Oh, boobs. I mean, morning. I really like this girl, see? Finally, another person that's nice. Now they were causing a scene, while I was off being equally flustered. One young woman, presumably an upperclassman, addressed me directly. I literally don't care. I'm just trying to see some boobs. Yes. Oh, come on, Odo, why? No, thank you. All of the girls hiding behind her were eyeing me suspiciously. Suspect. Sus. I didn't have the guts to go out there. Sure. I closed them. Oh, he was peeking through? Okay, now that's extra weird. I thought he was outside with them. That's terrible. The girl had somehow managed to defuse the situation and calm them all down. It had only been a day, but everything still felt hopeless. It appeared the upperclassmen I spoke with didn't hate me on reflex, which means there were cool-headed people like her on campus. However, they were few and far between. Above all else, the fact that she was able to determine that the curtain was needed to partition myself off from the other girls fully narrated my current situation. But then, I never expected my situation to improve so quickly. Excuse me. Reina, if you don't shut your dumb Reina, that's not true. Who told you that? It's only 7:24. How did your intel get so skewed in only 8 minutes? That is pretty funny though. Now I've seen how malicious mom mentality can be. I was getting such intense looks just for talking to Reina. It looked like I could get breakfast from that cafe over there, so I carefully grabbed some, but... Oh my god.
よろしいですか？
You say some more degenerate stuff? I'm about to drag you around like a mop with that black gold hair of yours, bro. Shut up. Sorry, Daniel. Still don't like her. Yeah. Someone walked up to speak to me. I had a bad feeling the moment she opened her mouth.
どうも寮の中に悪い噂が蔓延しておりまして、あなたがいると皆さん怯えてしまうようなの。
You're the one who started those rumors.
なので登校の時間ギリギリまで部屋の中にいてもらえないでしょうか。朝ごはんは持ってきました。あらら。
It felt like my heart was going to break first thing in the morning. However, I couldn't afford to not do as I was told, as her anger was being solely directed at me.
まあまあいいじゃん。部屋で優雅にブレックファースト。私も付き合うからさ、気にすること。
See, this is why I love Reina. This is why I love Reina. She's so cool. And she's
朝食
thoughtful.
をご一緒しましょう。ね、市松さんにはご迷惑になりますわ。
No, Reina. And now they were taking Reina away, who was the only one being remotely considerate of me.
まずいってレイナ。転入生だからって同情するのはわかるけど、あいつ危なそう。
何されるかわかんないよ、マストで。
You're not gonna say anything? Oh my god. In the end, I returned to my room. Talk about a crappy way to start off the day. Noble Private Academy, a school where the country's richest students congregated, and there was even a genuine princess enrolled here. A tricky predicament indeed.
おはよう、オーラ。
Hey, Sylvia was the primary reason why I was in this situation, and one of my few allies. She didn't live in the dorms like the rest of us, and instead came to school in a luxurious-looking limousine.
ねえねえ、聞いてよオーラ。昨日はメロンパンを買いに行ったの。
Great. Yeah, I know.
美味しかったわ。
Did you bring some though? That sounds nice. I'm happy for you, but does that mean you didn't need to sneak out of school to buy it during lunch? And here I thought she had snuck out of school because they would be sold out by the time school ended.
大丈夫だったみたい。レイナがお昼に行かないと売り切れるってせかすから。もう、レイナっていつもちょっと大げさなの。
そうでも言わないとシルビー乗らないもん。でも楽しかったでしょ？
Sounded like Reina was one of the underlying causes that landed me here.
それでね。メロンパン、今日のお昼ご飯にしようと思うの。それくらいたっぷり買ったのよ。
She better get diabetes, dude. Sylvie's like a crack addict, but with watermelon bread. I've never had that before. I didn't even know that was a thing. That sounds kind of fire though.
一つ食べて美味しいからと店中全部買い占めたとか。
オーロにも食べてほしいの。ね、今日のお昼は一緒に食べましょう。
Sure, that'd be nice. I didn't bring my lunch and was planning on going to the cafeteria anyway. Compared to how it was at the dorm this morning, having Sylvia around would make everything better. Don't doubt it. Naturally, being in that classroom would introduce its own set of issues.
またクルスクラウンさんとお情けをかけてるだけさ。クルスクラウン様は僕のママくらい慈悲深い方だから。
Simp student A, simp student B. Hatred, especially from the boys, amassed in the room. After what happened in the dorm this morning, gross rumors were beginning to circulate between the girls. The guys hated me and girls were disgusted by me. They were making fun of me yesterday, so the situation was obviously getting worse by the day. What a pain.
ねえオーロ、話は変わるのだけど。
Uh-huh. Sylvie promptly spun around in the seat in front of me.
始球式って何？
Huh?
始球式？
Several of our male classmates who were seated farther away immediately gathered around this.
よくわからないのだけれど、それに出てほしいという依頼が来てるの。それも日本のテレビ局の偉い人直々
They're
に。
hitting on our girl, Odo. What are you gonna do?
野球という競技の日本シリーズとやらがもうじきあるそうなのですが、その最初の試合です。
ああ、そういや10月だし、そろそろだね。野球って何だったかしら。 クリケットみたいなやつ？
はい、英語で言うとベースボール。日本では最もメジャーなスポーツですが、ヨーロッパでの知名度はまだまだですね。
へ
野球、日本ではそんなに人気があるのですか？
昨今はサッカーや他の競技も盛り上がっていますが、潜在的な競技参加者の数では今でも一番でしょうね。
Soccer actually got higher TV ratings, but that was probably only once every 4 years.
そんなに楽しい競技なのかしら。
And World Cup. R.I.P. Portugal. Ronaldo. Ronaldo. What happened, Mel? What happened? See, I kind of want to root for Argentina, but at the same time, no, because they eliminated Mexico, bro. I'm a little hurt. Just a little hurt. To be honest, the government was responsible for most of its popularity. It was only necessary for the pitchers to have a large, stocky frame, which gave the typical Japanese athlete, who was likely not blessed with such a build, the chances to participate in the sport. The number of matches was crucial to its popularity, though. Compared to soccer, baseball wasn't as physically taxing, so they could easily surpass 100 matches if they played all year round at 5 to 6 games per week. Although it would be quite the undertaking since it required dedicated stadiums, over 100 games per year was feasible once they were built. There weren't many sports that could draw in customers under the pretext of 150 matches per year, or in different terms, with so much money-making potential. Baseball was an extraordinarily lucrative commercial event. It's essentially Japan's most popular religion.
スポーツですよ。
Religion? People spend tens of thousands of yen to go with a bunch of chubby, middle-aged men leisurely run around. Can't possibly be anything but a religion.
偏見がありますな。
野球、お嫌いなので。
Let's just say that I'm not a fan.
宗教ってのは否定しないかな。
うちのお父さん野球大好きで、好みの球団否定すると激烈男だし。欧州でもサッカーチームにはそうした傾向があります。人間がスポーツにかける情熱の裏返しですね。
Facts. Come to think of it, didn't soccer start to have issues with match fixing and degrading quality of referees? Screw the refs. Similar incidents occurred in popular sports in any country.
なんだかいまいちなイメージね。
Sport begins to decay the second it becomes popular. That's all I was getting at.
なんだかネガティブな意見が続きますが、人気があるのは事実ですよ。日本シリーズの始球式を任せられるなどかなりの名誉です。
まあ多分やることにはなるだろうけど。
Sylvie flitted a glance my way. My blatant dislike of baseball seemed to have annihilated her. Maybe my attitude had been a little too abrasive. Better give her some support. Just for the record, the season opening ceremony is the primo game. If you're able to go, then that's the one you want to watch.
そう？
そうですね。僕も春の学生選抜で始球式を務めました。身の引き締まる思いでしたよ。
へえ、キクちゃんそんなことしてんだ。
春の大会はうちが大スポンサーですからね。何かと顔を出すよう言われるのです。
春の大会ってなんだっけ？なんかニュースあったよね。
ああ、この地区では特にですね。
ん？
The tone of the conversation shifted.
何があったの？
うちの県の代表が全国で準優勝したんだっけ？
はい、もともとサッカーは強くても野球は今一つと言われる当県ですが、県代表に選ばれた浜南学園野球部が全国で2位のところまで行きました。エースピッチャーの島東亮君などは11球団のプロのスカウトに声をかけられたとか。もっともその後、今年の夏は調子を崩したのか、全国どころか県大会ですらすぐ落ちてしまったそうですが。
そっか、残念。
レーナ、野球は興味ないと言っていたのに、それでも残念なの？
そらそうよ。我が県からすんごい野球選手が出ると聞けば興味はなくてもすげーって思うよ。
なるほど。野球、日本人にとって特別なスポーツなのね。
まあ人 着物が出るならサッカーでも卓球でもフィギュアでも何でもいいけどね。始球式どうしようかな。
Sylvie looked unsure. Like I said, it doesn't matter which game it is as long as you can get out there and have fun doing it. I'm sure the stadium will go nuts when they see a pretty girl like you walk out into the field.
本当に？
Yeah. There's no better game than the season opening ceremony. It's the best one. It's that moment of the game that shines brightest. I'm sure the organizers hope you'll come too. Ugh.
クルスクラウンさん、とうとう王室宛ての公務まで彼に意見を仰ぐようになってるわ。
It's not that deep.
あやか、彼どうにかならない？あんな野獣のような庶民に関わってはクルスクラウン様が心配ですわ。
People are so stupid. God dang.
クルスクラウンさんはカバレロさんがいるからいいとして、レーナがマストで心配だよ。あの子いつもあんな感じだし。そうね。庶民がこの学園にいるのは間違ってるわね。
She's the worst one of all, too. The school looks pretty medieval, but surprisingly high tech.
あらゆる技術の粋を集めた教育機関ですから。
We were going to perform a biology experiment in chemistry class today. I assumed we might be performing some sort of dissection, but the experiment was a dissection, but it was like a class out of the near future where we performed a 3D incision on a 3D generated fish. As usual, I couldn't understand what conclusion we'd come to due to the teacher's explanation going way over my head. Yeah. Studying isn't really my thing, but that was a lot of fun. Let's do that again.
オーロってテスト前日とかヤバタンな人？
Don't underestimate me. Tests are where I show off my robust intuition with a greater than 40% accuracy on multiple choice questions.
すごい。けどバカだ。
我が校の試験はすべてマークシートですから、なかなかに有意義な才能で。おや？
We came back to the classroom, and Kikuchiyo, the first to notice what was up ahead, went wide-eyed with shock. Reina and I followed his gaze. I don't get it. It was my seat. Elle-san, and Sylvie hadn't come back yet. There were flowers and an overturned vase in my seat. What, Reina, what?
オーロ君。
I'm confused. Huh? This school performs the dissection experiments on a whole other level from an elementary school. But cheap crap like this makes it no better than an elementary school, huh? What's more, I noticed. They must have purposely doused everything in the water from the vase as my school bag beside my desk was drenched. The inside of my school bag, excluding my class textbooks, which hadn't arrived yet, including my brand new notebook, was soaking wet. Wow.
気にしないでオーロ。ノート新品なんだし。
What? Isn't that why I should worry?
僕のを差し上げます。新品をいくつか持っています。ですから、お気を落とさず。
オーロ？
Who did this?
切れた。
思ったより直接的な反応でしたね。
Who was it, dang it? Who did this? I looked around the classroom. Naturally, no one stepped forward and took responsibility. I had a general idea of where one might have been. The girls were grossed out by me. I wouldn't go anywhere near my stuff, which means it had to be a guy. For that matter, it had to have been someone who'd resort to such crude, petty harassment. Those eyes, which once focused on me as I blew my lid, quickly veered away. Surely someone, or even multiple people, had seen the culprit. None of the students wanted to be made an accomplice to offend their scummy actions and would make every attempt possible to distance themselves. I'd keep a watchful eye on every single one of them, namely the person their dodgy gaze turned to. It was him. And he noticed that I noticed.
なんかあったの？うわ、なんだこれ、びしょびしょじゃん。誰にやられたんだ、市松。まあ証拠のないことだから誰とも特定できないし諦めるしかないけど。
trying to weasel your way out of this due to the lack of evidence? Elementary schoolers pulled this kind of thing all the time, but it was a good strategy. I couldn't confront him without evidence. In the world of rich kids, that is. Kikuchio, what's this guy's name again?
Huh?
I don't remember. He's got such a plain face.
西郷隆くんです。世界的な写真家パブロ西郷のご子息で。
Dang. Saigo-kun, is it? Nice to meet you. So, Saigo-kun, as you can see, my notebook is all messed up.
おお、気の毒だな。
You've got the face of a guy who takes pristine notes. Sorry, but would you trade notebooks with me?
は？
Trade notebooks with me. This soaking wet one with the one you're currently using. That would take care of my notes, and I'd get my hands on a notebook that had consolidated all our lessons so far. Talk about hitting two birds with one stone.
なんで俺がそんなことを？
You won't?
え？
For real? How terrible. And this coming from the Pablo Saigo's son? Of all people? Everyone, please listen. Pablo-kun over here. He apparently won't listen to the plea of a distressed commoner.
は？
Why would you do this, Pablo-kun? Why wouldn't you help someone in trouble, Pablo-kun?
パブロはお父様のお名前です。
Saigo Takashi, class 2 is the sort of man who would refuse to help someone in need and mock him from the sidelines.
ちょっと声がでけえ。
I'm doing it on purpose. Listen to this, everyone. My school bag has been horribly vandalized, but 2A Seigo Takashi-kun won't help. He's just sneering. Who do you think the offender is, Saigo Takashi? You're watching, aren't you, Seigo Takashi? Why are you siding with the culprit instead of pitiful old me, Saigo Takashi?
やめろ！
That finally shut him up. I didn't know anything about the sophisticated world of novels, but I could play this just as dirty as he had. It was true that I couldn't confront him without evidence, but
あれってまさか。
そうだよ。関わらないように。
隆くん、やりすぎだよ。
what needed was there to confront someone when the majority would out the known offender. What would you do if you swapped notes with me? Then we all call it even. Or maybe it was Pablo Saigo, right? We should ask your father what he thinks of what you did today.
わかった、帰るよ。
Saigo headed off to grab his own bag in a fluster, then handed over his notebook. Thanks. Alright. I collected my soaked notebook and waterlogged bag and dropped them on the floor. Consider that my present to you then. Clean it up for me, would you? The floor is all wet. Make sure to wipe it down, okay? I calmly took my seat. As frustrated as he looked doing it, Saigo cleaned up the floor and left.
意外と武闘派かよ。
冷や汗が出ました。
Bullying's all about the atmosphere. If you act first, you can easily stop it before it gets out of control.
ただいま何かあったの？
Good timing. Welcome back. And nope, nothing at all.
あら、綺麗なお花ね。
Yeah, I guess. The vase had been cleaned up. Still though, Saigo, was it? Something about the way he was acting seemed strange. Well, yeah. Maybe Ayaka was behind it all, and she made that guy do it. Not a bad guess.
ひどかったね、西郷くん。あんな幼稚な。
On God, someone should beat him up.
庶民が気に入らないのがわかるとして、品性下劣な手に出るのか。
まったくね。焚き付け方は誤ったわ。あんなつまらないやり方しか浮かばないなんて。
なんか言った？
いえ。私の手は汚したくないけど、このお上品な学園じゃこう
I
いう
know
こ
it.
とに使える人間
Of course it wasn't. Of course. Daniel, that's strike 3. You know what that means? She's out. She is out. Yeah.
にしてもさ、あの庶民、市松、マストで面白かったよね。
You know, until I see that she's worth simping for, Daniel, I'm just gonna trash on her the entire series.
愚劣な仕返しです。褒められたものではありませんわ。でも
一興ではあったかも。いけませんわ、私としたことが。逆効果か。もっと周到に行かなきゃならないみたいね。
Just say you want my shoe. Just say that.
最後、たかしくん、市松大郎くん、すぐに生活指導室に行きなさい。
Oh, and I'm in trouble for this freaking bozo, bro. Are you serious? Oh boy. Had I caused too much of a commotion earlier? I ended up being called away during lunch break.
何かあったの？
Yeah. Sounds like it. I'd better go.
お昼の約束は？
Sylvie showed me her huge collection of melon bread. Aw, I feel so bad for her. She's a wholesome character. Sorry. It's not looking like it'll work out today.
シルビー様、無理を言ってはいけません。
じゃあ早く帰ってきて、オーロ。余った時間だけでも一緒しましょう。
Sure. I wanted to get back sooner than later, too. Alright, unfortunately for us, they nagged on and on with their cross-examination.
もう、オーロったら遅い。
I'm sorry. What the? What? I scarfed down the bread. Oh, okay. I think I made the right noises then. I scarfed down the bread I bought at the school store the second I got back to class. I guess this was to be expected at a rich school, but I was surprised that they had pastries delivered from a bakery rather than selling the off-the-shelf variety.
何か言われた？
Not really. My bag was damaged due to someone's prank, but Saigo-kun was kind enough to trade with me when I got audibly upset. We hadn't done anything wrong, so there was no reason to reprimand us. However, the teachers weren't stupid and continued to nag all the same. It was subtle, but most of the complaints were directed at me. Were the teachers discriminating against me too?
オーロにメロンパン食べてほしかったのに。
I'll try now if you want to give me some.
もうないわ。
Oh, you ate it all?
美味しかった。
She'd eaten 2 loaves of melon bread? It would depend on their size, but wouldn't that be enough to make your belly bulge?
でも甘いもの続きだったから、その後食べたお弁当のガレットの方が美味
This
しかった
girl's
のね。
walking diabetes. Huh?
そのまま学食で買ったおうどんも美味しかったわ。締めをラーメンにしたのは失敗ね。麺と麺になって。ご飯の
Dang,
方が
fat
良かったわ
ass.
牛丼とかお茶漬けとか。
シルビー様、
何エル？エルのお昼の予定だったフライドチキンを一口と
Accidentally?
言いつつ半分も食べちゃったこと、怒ってる？
怒ってるわけでは。ただ。
Ellie-san was glancing over my way off and on. Don't tell me she...
摂取カロリーからすれば私の3倍は太いはずなのに、なんであんなに締まってるんだろうね。
Whoa! She's the gobble gobble machine, dude. I discovered the princess's peculiar trait. Ellie-san looked embarrassed. Jesus Christ. But she probably eats more than me. I would have liked to have eaten some of that melon bread.
夕食もお部屋でお願いしますね。
Get you stupid! Right.
はい。こちらがお夕飯になります。
Same as this morning? Toast, salad, scrambled eggs, and milk. This was a set from the cafe. From that cafe. Here at the Noble Academy dormitory, and this likely came as no surprise, the dinners were quite substantial. Several restaurants would also cater the cafe and would even deliver specific dishes upon request, be it Japanese, Chinese, or Western food. And it looked like I couldn't use that system. Not like a poor guy like me could indulge in such luxuries, as it was built separately from the academy tuition, but still. Which is why there was a free menu of sorts, for the record. The cafe affiliated with the dorm offered 1 cup of coffee and their A set free of charge. Other items like cafe I'm not French, I'm sorry. And muffins were charged separately. That's French, right? That was all Jogazaki brought for me. Couldn't I at least order something else and have you buy it for me?
もちろんいいですよ。
Huh?
私があなたにパシられてると見られて、お互い卑下た好奇の目にさらされるやもしれませんが、
クラスメートですもの。仕方ないです。
Never mind. Dang it. Breakfast aside, I also had to eat this for dinner. There were probably enough calories, but it wasn't at all satisfying. I'd only eaten bread for lunch too. My last 3 meals were packed with bland calories and it was really stressing me out. I wish I could have at least had that melon bread.
ありゃー、えげちいことになってんね。
Why? Yeah, nasty indeed. I was getting piercing glances just for standing in a corner of the terrace. This dietary stress and this environment, life had begun to seem cruel.
まあそう落ち込まないで。私が何か買って。レーナ、こっちこっち。
Stupid female student, eh?
ああ。
They dragged off my last ray of hope. Fling. Small parting gift, huh? She tossed me a lollipop. Caramel flavor. This isn't much of a meal, Reina. Still, thanks. I love Reina. Guess I'd have to suck it up and deal with it until lunch tomorrow. Jeez.
や
I'd
っ
die.
と入ったわね、あいつ。もう虚勢するまで出てこないでほしいですわ。戸釘で打ちつけてしまおうかしら。
Castrated? Oh my god.
あんまこういうことしたくないけど、昼休みも先生に叱られてたみたいだしね。閉じ込めておく。
Are you serious? Bro, no, ain't no
関わ
way.
り合いになりたくない。できれば視界にも入れたくないくらい。
そうは言ってもね、同じ屋根の下にいる以上、挨拶くらいはしなきゃいけないし。甘いです。男なんてみんな下品で下劣などうしようもない生き物なんですよ。
Oh, she's one of those.
彼のことをよく知らずにそう言い切るのも
Finally, some girl with
なんか悪いかな。
finally a woman with logic.
調べればすぐわかるって。調べるってどうやって。それは誰かがあの男に近づいてみるとか。
絶対に嫌です。
私も嫌っていうか無理。やはり皆の安全のために閉じ込めておくべきです。虚勢が済むまでゲストルームを封鎖いたしましょう。先輩、私がやりましょうか。マジで？はい、私は別に怖いとかありません。
Why?
勇者だ、勇者現る。防犯グッズ貸すから持って行って。スタンガンと催涙スプレー、それから。
大丈夫ですよ。そんな危ないものいりませんから。
いざとなったら股間を蹴り上げるといいんだって。耐えられる男はいないってネットに書いてあった。
Yeah, that's facts.
しませんよ。
Good thing I don't have any. I'm kidding.
遠くからプレッシャーかけて援護しますわ。私、睨みには自信ありますの。
I get the feeling she's not gonna do anything bad to us for some reason. I don't know why. I feel like she's gonna like just talk to us or something. At least that's what I hope.
みんなでやれば効果あるよね、きっと。ああ、とにかく悪いけど任せちゃっていい？
Even these girls.
他にやりそうな子いない
Oh,
し。
sorry. I'm sorry. Even all these girls that are tormenting him, it's even stressing me out. I'm just like, bro, just leave him alone. Leave him alone. Poor guy.
わかりました。
彩香もそれでいい？仕方ありません。まずは様子見。それで結構です。オッケー。それじゃあ今日は解散しよっか。まだまだね。私も。
A long way to go myself? What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
金色ラブリッチェ。
I haven't done anything wrong.
あれ、何や。
試合でなんか汚いことしたんだって。
じゃあうちが負けたのあいつのせいなの？
最低だよ、あいつのせいで。
市松くん、何か言いたいことは？
I haven't done anything wrong. That was right. All I aspired to be was golden. I would do anything to make that a reality. Anything. I woke up. 6 o'clock. There was no need to wake up so early. I woke up early yesterday too. Yesterday's events played back in my head. I had been woken up by radio calisthenics yesterday, but I looked out my window. There was no one there, but I did hear voices counting 1, 2, 3, 4, far off in the distance. It'd be gross to do it beside my room, huh? Facts. I already wasn't in the best of moods. Due to my vulgar display yesterday, everyone had gone from smirking at me to being cautious. This was pretty hard on me in its own way, not that I could say which was worse. There were those who would approach me, but their other friends would drag them away. There was someone who didn't particularly care about all that, but I hardly ever spoke to them.
元気がありませんね。
You think? Maybe because I'd had so little to eat? Or maybe...
転校3日目。慣れると同時に疲れもきたか。学園生活に身が馴染めば、当然昔を思い出すでしょうね。
Everything felt so tense. No one wanted to interact with me. I just took my seat and behaved myself. Many of my classmates seemed to be on edge and were waiting to see what I would do. They had nothing to worry about, so as long as I didn't act out. This was probably the perfect amount of distance for all of us to have from one another. Like so, class started.
何かしら。
外が騒がしいですね。
I had been ignoring the lectures, so I noticed it just now. There definitely was a racket spreading through the school. All this fuzz in the middle of class? What was it? Did a dog get in or something? I looked out into the yard.
ワンちゃんがいるの？いないわ、オーロ。
That's the sort of event that gets the school more wound up than anything else, though. I wasn't a dog. Still, this was the exact sort of school-wide commotion I would expect if something had snuck in from outside. A school shooter. Sorry, it's very trendy here in America. What was going on? Could it be some mysterious terrorist who came here for Sylvie? Or for everyone?
私を？
何？カバレロさん、席に戻ってください。すいません。
We were still in the middle of class, and the only ones who got worked up over the idea were my neighbors, Sylvie and Kikuchiyo.
何オーロ。私、狙われているの？
Yeah, they'll catch us and tie us up from head to toe. While everyone has given up hope, I'll break free from my hidden pocket knife. What? While everyone has given up hope, I'll break free with my hidden pocket knife. I'll be the last hope of saving everyone. I'll have the head for the chemistry lab first. I'll mix together all sorts of different chemicals to make blinding agents, and improvised bombs to fight off the terrorists.
オーロ、かっこいい。
That was the delusion I'd spent a good half of my school hours making up in my second year of middle school. And now that there was a princess in class, it wasn't completely out of the question.
でも、本物のテロリストが来たとして、そんな簡単に脱出できるかしら？
Honestly, no. If a school shooter rolls up, probably not. Well, maybe. Just snipe him.
昨今のテロリストは人質を時限爆弾のそばに集めて要求をします。下手に抵抗すると爆弾が起爆し、大惨事になりますね。
The real world has no sense of adventure, does it? My newly awakened self would take down the minor villain, one that would terrify the student body without causing any fatalities. In a feel-good way, that was the sort of terrorist I hoped would show up. But then, my cell phone vibrated. I had a message on Luin. It was Reina. She sent me some sort of character stamp holding a huge sign. The sign said, It was apparently for a relatively dull reason. It wasn't a dog. It was a person. Guess it was none of my business then. It's definitely about him.
あの子が戻ってきたらしいよ。
I could hear people talking around me too. The class's reaction was, yes?
怖いですわね。今度何をしてかしら。だよね。ラストでずっと停学しててほしかったかも。ほんと。
市松もいるし、ノーブル学園の品性が授業
Shut your stupid female student A up. As you could hear. How goofy. All of the commotion had completely settled down by lunchtime. I wondered who the suspended student was. Not that it really mattered.
ご飯ねえオラ今日は
Sorry, I'm gonna go wander a little.
うん
I walked out in the hallway. Sylvie was probably about to invite me to lunch, but
よし、行きましたわね。
the girls around me had harsh looks in their eyes. I was in no mood for this today. Putting up with the glares was a hassle. I'd stick out like a sore thumb if I acted all doom and gloom around Sylvie. Either way, I'd been looking forward to eating lunch, as it would make up for my shabby breakfast and dinner. But I still didn't quite feel up for it. Yeah, I don't blame him, dude. That's awful. I came up to the rooftop again. Wait, I hadn't bought anything for me to eat. Oh well. It'd be a pain to go all the way back to the school store anyway. And those strange looks were way too harsh for me to endure today. Better just kill some time here. I could head to the school store at the last second before break ended and buy whatever was left. I took a seat in the shade. Novel Private Academy. It was a special leading academy in Japan, but it was funny how I eventually made my way back to practically the same sort of place as at my old regular school. At my old school? Yeah. I hid in the shadows for the longest time, didn't I? That doesn't sound too good. Huh?
うわ、びっくりした。
Oh, what? I was plenty scared myself. When I opened my eyes, an unfamiliar face was peering down at me. Why is the artist at our school? She must have been looking me over closely. Very closely. What the heck? I thought the roof was off limits.
そっくりそのまま返す。
Fair enough. The unfamiliar girl shrugged her shoulders, seemingly exasperated. I got back up as well. Phew, had I nodded off? Break's almost over. I need to grab lunch.
昼休み？
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's lunchtime right now. My surroundings were dyed a dark shade of orange. Oh, that's pretty. Huh? I thought I had been sitting in the shade, but everything was oddly lustrous. The sun was shining off to my side. It had been to the south, but had migrated to the west. He slept for hours? Oh no, it's nighttime? What the heck's going on? If I'm able to sleep through time, am I being attacked?
あるある。俺もたまに攻撃される。
Why are you turning red for that? Jokes aside, I didn't just nod it off. I was out like a light. That's weird. I went to bed at 10 o'clock last night, so I got plenty of sleep. Then again, I hadn't slept soundly thanks to that awful dream. Guess I'd made up for it just now. Which meant I skipped all my afternoon classes, but then those expert whatchamacallit classes were in the afternoon, so I was fine. Oh well. I bet the whole class was ecstatic to not have me around. What is it? The girl was staring at me. She actually looked pretty cool. Her hair was dyed in the same shade as Reina's. After giving me a good once over, she giggled and said,
亮は寝心地が悪かったか？
How do you know my name? She seemed to know my name. It's so. Do you live in the dorms too? I never seen her in class, which was likely where she would have picked up my name. The woman giggled again and said,
女の子を脅すのは感心しねえな。
Not her bullying me about that too, bro. Oh no. Never happened. They really are making a mountain out of a molehill. The rumors about me threatening a boy from class and the radio calisthenics incident were beginning to blend together. God, give me a break. You're,
Ria.
Ain't no way you're Ria.
相馬リア。
Cap. Ria? That's a cute name. So much so that I didn't match her mannerisms. What?
いや、お前部屋でマリア・ビショップの曲かけてたよな。
You heard that? And what of it?
ファンなの？
I am.
そう。
She flipped her hair away from her face. What the?
まあいいや。とっとと帰れよ。この学校7時に門閉まるぜ。
Yeah. I checked my watch and saw it was 6:20 p.m. I still had half an hour left.
帰んねえの？
How about you?
俺はやることがあんの。いるならいるでいいけど。
Say less.
黙っとけよ。
Oh. Rio felt around in her chest pocket. I took a quick look at the pendant she was wearing. Yeah. And then she pulled out. Whoa.
よいしょっと。
Rio pulled that certain something put that certain something in her mouth before climbing onto the water tank. Couldn't see her from below anymore, huh? I followed after her. Why? Oh, that's sick. That's really sick. That's a good thumbnail. That is a good thumbnail. Alright, maybe not with her cooch sticking out, but I guess.
んだよ。ついてくんな。
Sorry, mommy. Well, yeah, this isn't a situation where I'd want anyone to think we're together. Getting down may have been the right call, but I'm going to say this because it's relevant, but smoking does shorten your life, blah, 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 blah. It's bad for your health, yada, yada.
あっそ。
Didn't look like she cared. That's fine, then. Her health was of no concern to me.
受動喫煙だっけ？周りにいるやつが一番健康に悪いそうだぞ。
That's so.
あなたの健康が心配でどうたら。帰れよ。
You're right.
うせろ。
I don't like punk, so it's in my nature to do the opposite of what you tell me.
うぜ。
Punk was an outdated word at this point, though. But between the super flashy hair and smoking habit, that was probably a fitting word for her. She carelessly took a puff from her cigarette. She was so cute, too. What a waste. Seemed like a pretty awful scene if you asked me, but I would just overlook it. I'm not about to stop you or anything. I'm curious, why do you smoke? I had no interest in tobacco, and it was a question I often posed to smokers. I wondered what was so fun about those fumey things. What do you think is the reason? Because it's cool or something?
うん。正解。
Huh?
かっこつけてんの。
She took a huge drag out
テ
of
レビ
it.
だとタバコ吸ってる男ってうだつの上がらねえおっさんばっかりだけど、
Facts.
女はいい女系のかっこいい感じだろ。
Yeah,
だから吸ってんの。
yeah. That was a very 90s-esque excuse. I doubted that was the real reason behind it, but she didn't look like she wanted to elaborate any further. Yeah, she's definitely capping. Well, I shouldn't really pry into the subject too much anyway, as it would just make the mood even worse. Oh, that reminded me. Were you the one who got suspended?
ん？
I heard some students came back from a suspension today. It caused quite the commotion earlier.
人目は避けたつもりだったけど、見られたか。
Looks like I hit the nail on the head. She took another drag and I looked frustrated.
まあ、騒ぎにはなるわな。まだ停学処分中の生徒が入ってくれば、専攻どもも騒ぐだろうさ。
Huh. You're still suspended? All Reina said it was that someone who got suspended showed up. That's why I was convinced her suspension had to be over. I was wrong. She was similar to a terrorist or dog in the sense that she was an unwelcome trespasser. If they told you you're suspended, why not stay suspended? If I could get away with it, I would. I'd love to be suspended for a little while longer.
うるせえな、関係ねえだろ。
Scary. Regardless, I kept pressing her for more. Is there some reason why you wanted to come back to school? She doesn't seem to be much of the talker. Some reason...
うるせえ。
What do you say? That was as far as I got. She packed way more of a punch than I did, and all I could do was to fall silent. She's so spicy. Both of us were at a loss for words.
時間切れ。
Huh?
こいつは俺だけのものにしたかったんだけどな。誰にも言うなよ。
Huh? Whoa. What do you mean time's up? What are you doing?
始まっちまった。
Wow. Dude, look at this. Cafe Stella ain't on the same level as this. Look at this animation. Look at this animation. Look how pretty that looks. What a view. I followed her line of sight. The sun was in the process of setting and sinking straight into the lake. Hamamatsu Lake wasn't an ocean, but you could still see the horizon since it was over 4 kilometers wide. The lake was much larger than I originally thought, especially when I could see it from a place as high as this roof. Sun setting on the horizon, a view that should only be visible out in the Sea of Japan. This is kind of nostalgic.
懐かしい。
Yeah, I saw this kind of thing a few times when I was a little kid. I played here a lot as a kid. My friends and I would always stop playing just as the sun would start to set and gaze out at the same exact view. I stopped coming here to play at some point and had forgotten all about it, but even now, I found it to be breathtaking. It actually felt more incredible now than back then, perhaps because of how high up we are. I'd only looked up at the sky from ground level at the time, but it made a world of a difference now that I was on the roof. Enough that it left me mesmerized.
念押しするけど、誰にも言うなよ。少なくともこの場所はな、俺だけの特等席なんだ。
Yes, master. Yeah. I wanted to, though. There were other people I wanted to show this place to. But this view was a treasure. I was only here out of sheer dumb luck, but I was sure she'd be upset if I took any more of this experience away from her. That was how worthwhile a view it was. Is this why you went out of your way to come to school while you were suspended? She clicked her tongue, seemingly annoyed by my comment, and turned away. We'd only known each other for less than 10 minutes, and her attitude left a lot to be desired. With that said, her reason for coming to school, while suspended, mind you, was kind of endearing.
お前さ、お前、ゴールデンタイムって知ってる？
Yeah, it's the visual novel we're reading. The Holiday in May?
ウィークじゃなくてタイム。
I know, just kidding. This may have been the scenery's beauty at work, but Ria suddenly became much more talkative than before. With only the butt of her cigarette left, she snuffed it out using her portable ashtray.
テレビ局がよく言うだろ。
Oh, what was it again? The time of day with the highest ratings?
まあ、それが正解。夜7時から9時だか10時だかまで。何かをするのに最高な時間ってこと。
Yeah. She'd come to that liberal interpretation.
これが俺のゴールデンタイムなんだ。この
Beautiful.
時間、日が落ちていき、夜になる一歩手前。ほんのひととき現れる輝きの時間。何もかもが暮れてしまう手前の一瞬。ほんの一瞬だけある世界のすべてが輝くとき。
It definitely is the best. The setting sun reflected upon the lake and made the world disappear, and made the world appear in an even more brilliant shade of gold, golden time. A glimmer perfectly befitting that name was before us as we spoke.
この湖に入ったものは輝ける永遠の時間へ旅立つことになる。昔ある人が言ってた。永遠の中に金色が沈んでいく。この湖はこれまで何回この金色を沈めたんだろう。永遠に近いくらい輝く時間を閉じ込めたのかな。
You sure are romantic.
中二病って言いたきゃ言っていいぞ。
You sure?
蹴り落とすけど。
You sure are romantic. She did seem kind of delusional to me. She didn't kick us. But she also sounded like a romantic. Sentimental feelings like that were one of my few things that made sense to me. The sensation of sinking in an unknown darkness and having no one to rely on. I experienced that plenty today. Seeing something so incredible gave me a bit of salvation. I understood that feeling as well. At long last, the sun set.
閉門 と15分。
Time to go?
あ、
We headed out together for whatever reason. You live in the dorms too, right?
うん。
Then we were headed toward the same place. The thing that had me a bit worried was... Yeah? Murmur. The foyer between the front door and my room. The vast space fell silent the moment I stepped inside the building, and the girls gathered around instantly grew quiet. Of course, that would happen if the academy's biggest troublemakers, Ria included, who was currently suspended, both came waltzing in at the same time. Maybe we should have come back at separate times.
うぜえのは一緒だろ。気にすんな。
We crossed through the foyer together. These stares were as intense as ever, but it was ever so slightly comforting to split their glares with Ria. I headed for my room. Ria followed me. The guest rooms were located along this hallway, and as soon as that thought came to mind, she unlocked the room next to mine. No way. Huh? We're neighbors?
言わなかったっけ？お前がマリア・ビショップのファンなことはメールでは出回ってないから安心しろ。
Guess she had just heard it through the wall. Ah, so you were the one who slammed on the wall to shut us up the other day.
壁薄いんだからもうさせないよう静かにしろ。
She disappeared into her room with a self-satisfied smile. I was a little surprised, but she'd probably make for a decent neighbor, with Reina being a solid runner-up. Nice to meet you, neighbor. Dad. Her response to my greeting was a curtly shut door. Well, this worked out swimmingly enough. With that, oh, like the fit.
彼女と仲良く寝られたんですか？
What, jealous, Ayaka? I'll have to end it there. Wow, well, this episode was pretty wild. Honestly, the bullying has me a little annoyed too, and I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, they're just so stupid and ignorant. God dang it, dude. Someone needs to beat them up. And if you're a woman, someone throw hands for me, because I can't do that. Anyways, this was a good episode. The ending definitely carried the episode. It was just that animation, the music, the moment. That was really nice. I really liked that. A really beautiful animation. And the fact that it moves also, that's also very nice, you know. I'm going to end the video here, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I really enjoyed this episode. Remember, I'm going to come back to Cafe Stella and I'm just at a little break. Don't worry. I'll be back. If you guys did enjoy this video, a reminder to hit that like for your boy, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and you made it this far. If you made it this far and haven't subscribed, what are you doing? Subscribe. And hit that like while you're at it. It requires very little effort. Anyways, I'll let you guys go. Thank you so much again for watching. And as always, I'll see you guys on the next one. Until next time.